Hey there, kababayan! Have you ever wondered where Filipinos face the most challenges abroad? Millions of Filipinos continue to work and live overseas, contributing their talents and resilience. But not all countries treat them equally. In this video, we'll count down the top 10 countries where Filipinos face the most discrimination. Stick around to see which country tops the list. Oh, before we start, we worked hard on this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Your support helps us bring you more content like this. And now, let's dive in. Number 10, Germany. Germany, known for its thriving economy and precision engineering, has a significant immigrant workforce, including many Filipinos. Despite efforts to promote diversity, reports of workplace biases and social exclusion persist. Many Filipinos experience difficulties integrating into German society, facing challenges in adapting to cultural norms and overcoming barriers that hinder social inclusion. The main reason Germany makes this list is the language barrier, which often leaves Filipinos struggling to communicate effectively. In addition, some employers may undervalue foreign credentials, limiting job opportunities and career advancement. These challenges contribute to feelings of isolation and difficulty in establishing a sense of belonging for many Filipino workers. However, Germany's strong labor laws and anti-discrimination policies ensure that such issues are addressed. Awareness campaigns promoting cultural understanding are on the rise, helping to create a more inclusive environment for immigrants. These efforts make Germany a promising destination for Filipinos, though its ranking remains at number 10 due to the existing hurdles in integration. Number 9, Japan. Japan is a popular destination for Filipino workers, especially in healthcare and service industries, where they make significant contributions to the workforce. However, despite their invaluable presence, cultural differences often create challenges for Filipinos in adapting to Japan's strict social norms. Filipinos face various obstacles, including discrimination in housing and public spaces, as some Japanese citizens may prefer not to interact with foreigners. The rigid work culture, characterized by long hours and high expectations, can also be overwhelming for many. These factors create both social and workplace challenges that make it difficult for Filipinos to fully integrate into Japanese society. Despite these hurdles, Japan has made strides in promoting diversity and inclusivity. Advocacy for the rights of foreign workers is growing, and support networks are improving, though progress remains slow. As Japan continues to address these issues, it remains an important destination for Filipino workers, securing its place at number 9 on the list. Number 8, Australia. Australia is widely celebrated for its multicultural image, but Filipinos living in the country sometimes encounter challenges, particularly in regional areas. While cities like Sydney and Melbourne are more inclusive, experiences can vary greatly in smaller communities, where subtle biases are more prevalent. Filipinos often face racism through stereotypes that pigeonhole them into low-paying jobs, limiting their opportunities for advancement. There have been reports of workplace discrimination, such as being overlooked for promotions or facing unequal treatment. These experiences undermine the ideal of equal opportunities that Australia strives for. On the positive side, Australia has a robust legal framework against discrimination, offering Filipinos a route to seek justice when faced with these challenges. Support groups and community organizations also help address issues of bias and exclusion, working to create a more inclusive environment. Despite these hurdles, these efforts have helped Australia maintain its spot at number 8 on the list. Number 7, Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is a popular destination for overseas Filipino workers, OFWs, especially in domestic work, construction, healthcare, and various other industries. the country offers many Filipinos the opportunity to earn higher wages, making it an attractive option for workers striving to provide for their families. However, despite these economic opportunities, there are significant challenges faced by many OFWs in the kingdom. A major issue is mistreatment, including reports of unpaid wages, verbal abuse, and even physical harm in certain sectors. The kafala system, which ties a worker's legal status to their employer, has been a major source of concern, leaving workers vulnerable and often unable to change employers. Many workers struggle to navigate the legal system, which limits their ability to assert their rights and protect themselves from exploitation. Despite these challenges, Filipino workers in Saudi Arabia have established strong support networks and advocacy groups. Recent reforms aimed at improving labor conditions, such as better protections under the kafala system, have shown some promise. Nevertheless, the pace of change has been slow, and OFWs must remain vigilant about their rights as they continue to contribute to the kingdom's workforce. Number 6. Italy. Italy is a country filled with rich culture and history, and it has become a popular destination for Filipino domestic workers seeking better opportunities. While the Filipino community is large, many of its members still face significant challenges, particularly in terms of discrimination. Long-standing stereotypes, which often depict Filipinos as being suited for domestic work, continue to affect their experiences and opportunities in the country. Many Filipino workers in Italy report experiencing long working hours, underpayment, and social prejudice. The perception of Filipinos as servants rather than equals leads to a sense of inequality, further deepening these challenges. These difficulties not only affect the professional lives of workers, but also their mental and emotional well-being, as they navigate the day-to-day struggles of dealing with disrespect and unfair treatment. Despite these obstacles, Filipinos have earned a reputation for their resilience, dedication, and strong work ethic. Over time, this has led to some level of acceptance, though challenges remain. Growing advocacy for labor rights, along with increased awareness of the issues faced by migrant workers, has contributed to some positive changes. But the journey toward full equality and fair treatment is ongoing in Italy. Wait! If you are Filipino and still watching this, please comment Mabuhay. And now, let's dive in. Number 5. South Korea. South Korea's demand for foreign labor, particularly in manufacturing and agriculture, has been steadily increasing, with many Filipinos taking on essential roles in these sectors. However, despite the growing need for foreign workers, integration into South Korean society remains a significant challenge. Many Filipinos report feeling excluded, struggling to fit in within a culture that can be difficult to navigate for outsiders. In the workplace, Filipinos often encounter discrimination, including unfair treatment and exploitation by employers. The cultural and language barriers only add to the difficulty of daily life, making it hard for them to communicate and understand local customs. Additionally, a social stigma against foreign workers perpetuates feelings of isolation and marginalization, preventing many Filipinos from fully participating in South Korean society. Despite these challenges, South Korea has begun to make efforts toward improving awareness of diversity and inclusion. The government has introduced programs designed to support foreign workers, aiming to ease their transition and promote a more inclusive environment. These efforts are encouraging, and although progress is slow, they offer hope for a more equitable future for Filipinos and other migrant workers in the country. Number 4. United Arab Emirates. The UAE is a popular destination for Filipino workers, particularly in sectors such as hospitality, domestic work, and construction, attracting thousands each year. While the country presents numerous opportunities, discrimination remains an ongoing issue for many Filipinos. In various sectors, Filipinos often encounter unequal treatment, which can impact their overall experience in the workforce. A common challenge faced by Filipinos is the wage disparity, as many report being underpaid compared to workers of other nationalities performing similar roles. Additionally, stereotypes about Filipinos contribute to unequal treatment in housing and employment, creating significant barriers to career advancement and professional growth. These biases not only affect job prospects, but also limit the overall well-being of Filipino workers in the UAE. Despite these struggles, the UAE's cosmopolitan nature and recent labor reforms have created hope for improved working conditions. Community support groups and advocacy networks offer assistance to Filipino workers, helping them navigate challenges and assert their rights. These developments, along with continued efforts toward greater inclusivity, place the UAE at number 4 on the list of countries where Filipinos face the most difficulties. Number 3, Hong Kong. Hong Kong serves as a significant destination for Filipino domestic workers, yet it is also a place where many encounter prejudice and discrimination. Reports of unfair treatment and exclusion are not uncommon, with some employers imposing strict and unreasonable conditions on workers. These challenges highlight the inequalities that persist in Hong Kong's labor market, affecting many Filipino workers in the city. Discrimination in Hong Kong often stems from cultural biases and the lack of proper protections for domestic workers. Many Filipinos in this sector report being treated as second-class citizens, facing mistreatment and being denied basic rights. These experiences underscore the systemic issues embedded in the labor practices of Hong Kong, where worker protections are not always upheld. Despite the difficulties, the Filipino community in Hong Kong has demonstrated resilience and solidarity, helping many workers navigate these challenges. Advocacy for workers' rights continues to gain momentum, raising awareness of the issues and pushing for change. Although progress is being made, Hong Kong's persistent issues with discrimination place it at number 3 on the list of countries where Filipinos face the most challenges. Number 2, Kuwait. Kuwait is another Gulf state where many Filipinos travel in search of better opportunities, particularly in domestic work. Unfortunately, the country has gained a reputation for widespread abuse and mistreatment of migrant workers, with Filipino workers often facing harsh conditions. The lack of sufficient worker protections and difficult working environments exacerbate these issues, leaving many in vulnerable situations. The kafala system, which grants employers significant control over foreign workers, leads to widespread cases of exploitation. Filipino workers under this system are often subjected to unfair treatment, long hours, and sometimes even physical abuse. Despite advocacy efforts for reform, resistance from certain sectors has hindered significant progress in improving the lives of migrant workers in Kuwait. Kuwait remains a challenging environment for Filipino workers, placing it near the top of this list of countries where Filipinos face the most difficulties. While international organizations and advocacy groups continue to push for reform, the situation remains dire for many. For now, Kuwait's failure to adequately protect migrant workers keeps it at number 2. Hello, kababayan! If you want a shout-out, just type, Mabuhay, shout-out me. And now, let's go to the top of the list. Number 1. Malaysia. Malaysia takes the number 1 spot due to the widespread and deeply rooted discrimination that Filipinos face. Whether as migrant workers or long-term residents, prejudice against Filipinos is prevalent in certain areas of society. Many Filipinos find it difficult to access fair treatment in both their professional and personal lives, creating significant barriers to integration and success. Reports of wage theft, verbal abuse, and even physical violence are common among Filipino workers in Malaysia. Negative stereotypes and biases contribute to their marginalization, leaving them isolated in many professional and social settings. These ongoing challenges make it difficult for Filipinos to feel truly accepted and to build a stable life in the country. Although some organizations and advocacy groups are working to protect and uplift Filipino workers, systemic change is still a long way off. Despite their efforts, the pervasive discrimination and mistreatment that Filipinos endure in Malaysia remain significant obstacles. For these reasons, Malaysia's persistent issues with inequality and bias place it at the top of this list. Discrimination is a harsh reality, but resilience is a defining trait of Filipinos. If you're an OFW or have loved ones abroad, let's spread awareness and support each other. Share this video, like, and subscribe for more content that matters. See you in the next one.